Lucinda Payne, and I'm an adjunct instructor in the psychology department. And I have really enjoyed incorporating service learning into my classes these last couple of years. I have found that as far as course connections go with service learning, I teach a class called the Psychology of Parenting, and that was really why I started looking at service learning in the first place, because I found that while occasionally there will be students in that class who have children or have younger siblings or have lots of experience with kids, often there are students who have very little experience with kids and with families other than their family that they grew up in. And so I found that by incorporating service learning and encouraging them to go out and meet other families, either through the Playhouse volunteering or doing tutoring through the Western Youth Network, lots of different organizations, they have a much greater understanding of what we're talking about in class. Those theories are no longer just some theory that's in the textbook. They're now things that they experience weekly or daily, and they are excited to come into class and tell me about, and tell the whole class about how they saw conservation, Piaget's theory of conservation, in action at the Playhouse last week, or how they saw a parent use a permissive style of parenting and why that might not be ideal for this particular situation. And so that, to me, has been fantastic to see and exciting for the students. I also teach a class called Human Growth and Development, and after I saw the success of service learning with the parenting class, the next semester I was anxious to also incorporate a service opportunity for my other students, and now all my students have the opportunity to participate in service learning. For Human Growth and Development, it's a lifespan class, and so students do service in some way helping someone in the lifespan. Many students choose to work with older adults in our community through the Project on Aging at one of the area nursing homes, maybe volunteering through the hospital. Many students have not had the opportunity to really talk with someone over the age of 70 or over the age of 75. And this opportunity to develop those relationships has been rich and meaningful to them, has certainly added great things to our class discussions, and I think has helped the community as well. I have found service learning to be really beneficial to my students, and I believe it's also really beneficial to the community. For the students, primarily, I find that students really gain confidence in themselves. I feel like they become, they better understand what they have to offer. A lot of times, I would say about 50% of the students that come into my classes have no experience with service before they come to my class. So that's a scary thing to say, okay, well now you're in my class and you're going to do 20 hours of service this semester and you've never done service before. So that's hard to get your mind around. However, by the end of the semester, they are thrilled with their work. Many go above and beyond the number of hours that were expected. Last semester I had 4 or 5 students whose service learning turned into actual paying jobs for them, which, as we know in this economy, that's a great benefit. So, first of all, they really gain their confidence in what they're able to do. They are in a sort of protected way, where I know the organization that they're going to, where I'm not just throwing them out there where they don't have any support, but they're able to learn that they do have lots of skills that they can offer the community, and that's an empowering thing and helpful for them in their lives. The other thing that I think I see the most with students is that they become better critical thinkers. That higher level thinking really starts to kick in when they have to make that connection between what they have seen in their service learning and what we've talked about in class and what they're reading in their textbook, and then they need to put all that together and write that up for me in a reflection, which they do about every week. That integration of all these different ideas is part of what you need to be able to do in adult life, and being able to do those things more easily is a great thing. I do see sometimes that's difficult for students in the beginning, but that doesn't mean it's not a meaningful exercise. And I do, by the end of the semester, it's amazing to see how much they have grown in that way. I also love to see that connection that they make between what's going on locally and what's happening within the world. Sometimes they sign up or lead even alternative spring break projects. Sometimes they are all of a sudden interested in lots of different things. They say, gosh, I really didn't realize that people in the United States didn't have enough food. So what do we do? How do we fix this? And then they go on and really take off with that, which is exciting. Each semester in my psychology and parenting class, the students are required to do 20 hours of service, and we average about 600 hours of community service within that class each semester. This is a huge thing for our community, and I hear from the community partners about the benefits of this. I know specifically the Playhouse is able to make many plans based on knowing that they are going to have student volunteers every semester. Other organizations really count on these students to come in and help with everything from vacuuming or washing out yogurt containers to playing rummy at the senior center. I mean, students are needed in these community centers and with our community partners. In addition, I hear repeatedly from the community partners that because they know that they will have ASU students helping again next semester, they can count on that and they can plan their programming around those students coming, even if they don't know the students yet, or maybe they have a couple students that they know will be doing an internship, but they have come to rely on these ASU students to come and help. And that is the number of hours that are given every semester by Appalachian students make Boone a better place to live for all of us. And so it's a great benefit, both short-term and long-term, to our community as a whole.